We are live with another episode of Comic Talk. It's that show brought to you by the Keeg where we talk about this week's new comic book releases. For those of you who don't know and still don't know, New Comic Book Day is every Wednesday at your local comic shop. Every Wednesday, doesn't matter whether DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Indie Comics, Image, Boom Studios, whatnot. All new comics come out on Wednesdays at your local comic shop. Go to map.comicshopmap.com. That's a new link. Normally I said the other link previously, but that site is a little bit different now. So, whatever. Find, a comic shop near you. You can even just go on Google or Yelp or whatever and look up comic shops near you. Support your local comic shops. But yes, you could pick up any of these new comics that we're going to be talking about on this episode at your local comic shop. So, find out what's close to you and go check them out. I'm your host, Dimithri Perera, and if you're watching us live, you're watching us on youtube.com/The Keeg Show, or maybe you're listening to Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. However you're watching us, listening to us, digesting us, like, comment, subscribe, follow, write a review, let us know you're out there. It doesn't cost you anything to show your support. Also, it doesn't cost you anything if you hate us to not show your support. So to not show your support, to show your anti-support. Don't do that. All right. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. But we don't follow those rules on this show. We're giving our honest critiques. Let me introduce our guests. It's been a while, and actually, I flipped this around, so let's put him in the right squares. First of all, you may know him as Manny Reads Comics. It's Manny Hondres.
How's it going? Happy to be back finally. Sorry I skipped out last month, but I'm here. I made it.
It's, how sometimes it's like, hey, I like this girl, but she keeps canceling dates, And in the back of my head, I'm like, take a hint. But no,
In the backup, I tried, man. I tried my darndest, but
you canceled last time.
Well, no, I can't even complain about traffic because I live in Texas. You live in California. I've seen the LA traffic. Forget that. I thought that I had a bad with the Texas traffic when I did last time that I was supposed to be on, but no, I can't even complain to you about traffic. But I mean, it's traffic's fault.
Traffic is traffic. It sucks. I get it.
I was looking for my chapstick.
You know how people are always like, if he would, or if he wanted to, he would, right? He would. Yeah. If you wanted to, you would, but you're here now, so you're good. Also, I can't remember the last time I've had this guy on the show. Last time I had him on any of our podcasts was the Civil War, when we talked about the Civil War, Marvel Comics Civil War, retrospective, 20-year retrospective. But as far as Comic Talk, I can't remember the last time. You may know him as Wednesday Poll. We got Lex.
Hey,
what's up?
Good to be back. Yeah, it's been a while, man. I hadn't thought about it until the last time we talked, and it really popped in my head. I was like, man, it's been a long time since I hadn't been on a lot of shows in the past year or so, and this is one that I really enjoyed being on. So it just popped in my head that I hadn't been on in a while. So I'm happy to be back.
I'm glad both of you guys are on this show. It takes me back to the old days. 5 years ago. Is that old?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a long time to be reading comics, let alone just doing a show.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the last time I was on was with Manny. It's one of the last ones that I remember.
Probably. We actually met after the show, and we're like, hey, we're done with this, right?
Let me know if you ever want to go back on.
If you go, I go. There you go.
You guys unionized? Is that what you're saying? You unionized.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Okay. All right. Well, we always have a lot of great people on this show, so you guys are included in that. The way this show works for anyone who is new, we talk about all the comics that we could read in 24 hours. Essentially, we try to do the little zone defense between the three of us. We read a bunch of comics that came out literally yesterday, 24 hours ago. And then we go live every Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. on youtube.com/The Keeg Show. But yes, hop in the chat if you are out there watching us live. Patrick Martin 9163 says, hype, glad I could make it to a stream. Ash1231 Comic says, hello, happy new comic book day, excited to see all your picks. Pesky Rick says, go, which I think is like an optimistic, like a positive go, as opposed to like, get out of here.
Yeah. Get started already.
Yeah, go. Pesky Rick also says Manny is a bit quiet. Everything else seems Gucci. Okay. So
I'll get closer to that mic. You know, see what I can do.
yeah, we're doing an ASMR episode.
Yeah.
Bring your mic close to you and tap on it with the fingers. No, we're talking about comics. And I think the question before I get to everybody's reading lists is we went to the shops, we got our comics. What was this week like from 1 to 10 as far as like the comics out there this week? So like what do I call it? Whacked or stacked? I'm still workshopping that catchphrase. But what was this week like 1 to 10? 10 being so many amazing comics, so much I couldn't even get to everything. It was like crazy. And then 1 would be there was literally nothing. Like it was a ghost town of quality and quantity.
Me, I gotta say I guess a 6. Like I only had 7 books. You know, there's nothing like too much that I was looking forward to. I mean, Power Rangers came out, which is great. It's a number 1, so I don't know what to expect. But yeah, like not a lot of things on my stack, so I had a easy time reading my books. Like there was no issues with the quantity of my stack.
Okay. So what was the number?
I believe it was 7 books total. I think I got a couple of like variant covers there, here and there, but actual titles I got 7. If you wanted to, I can go ahead and list them.
Well, what's your like? Is your rating equal to the amount of comics? Is it one of those like?
I wouldn't say that because
is a perfect week 10 comics that you would get?
I would say a perfect week for 10 comics. Like if I got a 10, it'd be like at least 5 comics. 5 out of my stack would be something that I'm like super looking forward to. Right.
Okay.
But right now, all the books that I have, I think I have like 2 that are really for sure like hits that I really wanted to read. But the rest, like, oh, great, the next issue's out.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. I think this week was like an 8 for me. I feel like it was an 8 out of 10 week because there were still books that like I didn't get to, but for the most part I got to mostly everything that I wanted to get to. Lex, how'd you feel about this week?
I'd say this week was a surprising. When I look at my pull list, it's like a surprising. I would 8's good. It's definitely one of those weeks that there were a few number 1s. There were a few books that I forgot were coming out that I had on my pull list that I forgot about the series, and there were a few books that hit number 2. And I always have books on my pull list that I'll pre-order for issue number 1. Issue number 1's fine. Issue number 2 is really where I gauge if it stays or falls off my pull list, and I have a few of those this week. I have a few number 1s that I wanted to check out this week. And then I have a few books that have been on for a while that probably might hit the chopping block. So I think this is a weird week for me where it's like and analyzing the pull list. Like, what do we got? What can we drop? What am I not reading? There's not a lot that I wanted to like get to in the frame of like yesterday after work I picked up my books. There's not a lot that I was itching to read as when I got home.
Yeah.
I'd say 7 or 8.
Okay.
You said you give 2 issues for a new series. You give it 2 issues and then yes or no.
Well, as far as like I can start to tell like the first issue will pull me in. As far as keeping it on my pull list, like there's a few books that I'll take off my pull list, but I'll still go and pick up every week or so, and then maybe if it picks up, then I'll add it back to my pull list.
Yeah.
But just to keep the scale of it down, like this week I had like 20 books that I picked up from my pull box. So I'm like, I got to scale that back.
That's my problem is that I give books too much of a chance sometimes. Like I have to at least give it 3 issues before I decide something.
Yeah.
And if at 3, I'm like, I'm still a little bit undecided, but it's a little bit yes more than no.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, all right, let's just finish this arc and see where we
Yeah.
go from there. You know.
And it's a balancing act because there are characters that I may not enjoy the run, but I love the character or the creative team on it so much that I'll keep that book on my full list
Yeah.
way longer than it should be.
Like
Or there's
Spider-Man.
one that, yeah, right. Spider-Man is the example that I'm really talking about. But there's a few books that I'm not too sure about that I just heard good things about, or maybe I like the creative team, so I'll pick up the issue 1. But if issue 2 drops me, it's like I didn't need to read that. Then I'll be like, maybe I'll pick it up in trade or so. It's a balancing act.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, I compare comics. I think comics are like most comparable to like comic culture and whatnot. It's like TV culture. It's like very similar the way we kind of do things, right? Like some people start an episode of a new series and like you got like a buddy that's like, hey, you got to watch a show, but you gotta watch a full first season before you really love it. And it's like, okay, I'm not gonna do that then. Like, why would I? Like, especially like an old show where it's like 22 episodes.
That's a great example.
You know, it's like
that's me. I'm raising my hand. That's me with One Piece. Like, and I always you just gotta watch 30. You gotta watch 30 episodes. Just like, but,
that's a great example.
I know fans of like Schitt's Creek also say that like you just get through the first season and you're gonna love the second season onward.
Yes.
But like,
love it.
True.
I couldn't get past like the first 2 episodes. I was like, it's not bad. It's just like that's a lot of time to invest. So when it comes to comics, an issue is like an episode ish, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like, how much leeway do you give? How much slack do you give for like a new series?
And there's also those shows that comparably, in the same comparison, it's like I never watched The Office when it was first coming out for the beginning seasons, right? The first season, I just couldn't get through it. But then one day, finally, who knows what the situation was, just started watching the second season and then just started watching it. I think it was still on air. Maybe it was on its last season or something like that. But then got obsessed with it. So there are comic books that I will go back and just actually get through the trade or get through a omnibus or something, a compendium, and then actually love the series. So it's very similar.
I mean, I'm trying to think about like what comic run, because I think The Office, you could just not watch the first season. You don't lose anything. Like it's just a different
I went back
vibe.
and watched it just for like a completionist.
It's just cringe. It's like the first season just cringe for whatever reason. But the rest is amazing.
I'm trying to think of like what's comparable comic wise where like you could literally get rid of the first like era or chunk or whatever and it just still holds up. And I'm thinking X-Men. Cause like the original 5 lineup like goes like 70 something issues and then it gets canceled for 5 years. And then giant size X-Men comes around with Wolverine, Storm, Nightcrawler, all those guys. And it's like,
everyone
oh shit, just
X-Men.
start from there. That's when everybody loved X-Men. Like it got canceled for 5 years. People don't realize that original X-Men run. And they were just like guest starring in other people's comics.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was not popular. The original run of X-Men was not popular at all. Anyway, speaking of X-Men and comics in general, what are our reading lists for this week? Who wants to go first?
Oh, Lex, I know he has a
Let's see what Lex did read because you gave me a huge list.
I did. So I read Comics the Magazine issue number 5. I don't know if that counts. That's more of
I didn't put it up there because I was confused with a name like Comics the Magazine. Is it a comic or
Comics the
Magazine?
Comics the Magazine. It's one of the first things that I read usually when it comes out. It's very I don't like when people compare it to Wizard because
I was about to say is like Wizard,
but it's very similar to to Wizard.
All right.
I really enjoy reading that every time it comes out. I read. Let's see. I have my list pulled up. Sorry.
Yeah.
The Deadman issue number 2. I read Godzilla issue 12. I read Power Rangers Unlimited. I read Young Hellboy issue 2. The City Beneath Her Feet issue 3. The finale of that. The Beast of Boriken issue number 1 by Dark Horse. I read Green, Absolute Green Lantern issue 16, and Absolute Martian Manhunter 12. I read a few books.
Okay.
And I saw that you were reading Amazing Spider-Man, and I haven't been keeping up with that, but I did flip through it to because I did pick it up. I flipped through it to see if I could
This is a,
get
I wouldn't say
get
it's a,
pulled in,
I'm not
but
not saying it's a rough one because it's a bad issue, but like it's a rough one to pick up because it's like a lot of information to take in.
it was a lot. Yeah, so I
If you
didn't
haven't
read
been
it.
reading it,
Yeah,
Well,
I
the
won't say that I
previous
read it, but I did flip through it, and I was like, okay, I shouldn't have even tried.
you had to have read the
No,
previous issue to like
Yeah.
really
absolutely.
get this one because
I was like, is this Peter
Yeah.
Parker's girlfriend? What are we doing here?
oh, we'll
I
talk about it.
was,
We'll talk about it.
I was so,
We'll save it.
I was so confused.
Manny, what'd you read this week?
This week, like I said, I had a short stack. So starting off with Amazing Spider-Man 32. I read Batgirl 21,
Mm,
Batman 11. That Batman 11 is one of the ones that I got the variant cover, the Jorge Molina cover.
Mm.
Looks beautiful.
it was good.
Uh, the Doctor Strange number 8. From Boom Studios, we have Neighborhood Watch number 3. And Power Rangers Unlimited number 1. I got to that one as well. And wrapping it up with Radiant Black number 43. That's it.
Okay. Cool. For me, I got Batman 11, Amazing Spider-Man 32, uh, what else? JSA issue 21. I got Supergirl Survive issue number 2, Fantastic Four 13, X-Men United 5, the Marvel swimsuit special for this year, What If Secret Wars, DCX Sonic the Hedgehog, The Metal Legion number 3, Star Wars Rogue One saw Gerrera, Challenges of Doom, Mr. Fantastic, and Cruel Universe number 12 from
Mm.
EC Comics. I think that's everything.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there were a couple more that were on my
Collection,
list
yeah.
because I didn't I had to reread or read Neighborhood Watch issue 2. And I was trying to get to issue 3 and I didn't get to issue 3, but I
Yeah.
finished issue 2. I really wanted to do that, but I didn't get to it.
I might have overhyped it because if you saw the post and everything, Neighborhood Watch 3 was one of my top 3 hyped comics for this weekend. It didn't quite meet expectations.
It
Unfortunately.
sometimes it happens like that,
Yeah.
right? For
Yeah.
anyone out there who
Yeah.
is not
Yeah.
following us on social media at the Keeg Show, we post our like most hyped comics of the week. It doesn't necessarily always match up with our pick of the week,
Not every time.
but it is what we're most excited for. So,
Mhm.
it's before we read the stuff. Who knows their pick of the week?
I got it. Got it on.
Manny?
Literally got it on right here. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it wasn't even one of my hype books of the week because it is Spider-Man. If you're reading Spider-Man, you understand what's going on. Joe Kelly is. I'm not a big fan of Joe Kelly at the moment, but my pick of the week was Amazing Spider-Man number 32. Uh, I think a big part of it was Patrick Gleason's art. Like
So
the
good.
art in
Oh my
general
gosh.
just elevates a book for I
Yeah.
don't know what reason. I can't tell you. I can't put those in that feeling into words, but just like seeing that art, I was like, oh, this is a great story.
Yeah.
Even though the last issue, which you didn't read, Lex, but the last issue, it's a continuation to this issue. But the last issue, I was like, man, I hate this story. This is so dumb. I don't wanna go down the storyline of Peter Parker has a cousin and he
Yeah.
knows who Peter Parker is because of the last villain. Like it's just like this is just convoluted to be convoluted. Like how does Aunt May not know that she had a kid? Spoiler
Yeah.
alert, right?
I didn't read
And
it, but I did see like the discourse about it, so I was tapped in a little bit. But I definitely agree with you, man. As I mentioned, I didn't read it, but
right,
flipping through it and seeing like Spider-Man punch the crap out of like all of the
yeah,
action
oh, that
scenes and
was great.
everything that Patrick Gleason does is just top of the line. He's one of my favorite Spider-Man artists.
But it's the like the really thick black lines around the eyes.
Hmm.
I think that makes like a huge difference for Patrick Gleason in general. But
Yeah.
this story was just like the way Joe Kelly is writing it, because I know that I'm saying that I don't like him right now, but right now in this issue, he's making me want to believe that this cousin isn't going to be a problem for Peter Parker, even though I
Yeah.
know it is. Eventually, it's going to be like, I'm going to tell your secret to everybody, Peter, and
You think
whatever.
that's
Like
gonna happen?
I know that's going to happen, but I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping, like, hey man, you just gave a solid handshake. You just said you can trust me, Peter. You don't have to worry about your secret with May. Blah blah. I care about being with her for my sake, because I'm her son, and I want to make up for lost time. I want to believe that that's it, and that there's no ulterior motive. But the way Amazing Spider-Man in general has been going, there's an ulterior motive. It's gonna happen.
I don't think he's gonna
Something's gonna
betray
blow up.
him. You think he's gonna betray? Like, Lex, did you read this one?
I didn't read it. Again, I just flipped through it just to see if I could get into it, but there was a lot to absorb.
Yeah,
Hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. You know what? I hope you're right. That's the thing. Like, but I just see it happening, and I did like seeing like Peter go into kind of his feral side and say, I need to punch something. Oh, there's a an illegal boxing ring or whatever of villains. Yeah, let's go check it out, and let's go punch some villains. And and he goes and finds his oldest villain, and go and
like
punches him in
you
the
mean
face.
oldest as in like
It's
he's an
like,
old
as
man. It's the
he's an
Vulture.
old man. He's probably, I would say he's the oldest in age of his villains, right? Like, is there
I mean,
anybody
other
older
than
than?
immortal, like immortal
Yeah, yeah,
type
yeah, yeah,
villains, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, but all in all, I think the Gleason part was the reason for it being my top pick of this week.
I don't know whether it's a hot take or not because but like in the previous in comic talk when this previous issue came out, I liked the previous issue. I thought like sure you can argue with does this new reveal need to happen? But like once you like okay, the reveal is going to happen, Aunt May and Uncle Ben have a kid. I think this was a good enough way to like make it happen. Like
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely. Yeah, and I appreciated the reasoning behind it, and like how they explained like this is how she doesn't know that she has a kid. Uh, but I think I didn't like the back and forth between, hey, this is happening with Aunt May and this guy named Mac. Uh, and then boom, immediately after, instead of going on with that story and like feeling that story, no, hey, Peter's punching somebody right now. Peter is getting hurt right now. Peter is pissed off at this moment. Like
Right.
and it just kept going back and forth, back and forth. Whereas like if you're doing that on TV or in a movie, you're not paying attention. You're not going to feel whatever you're supposed to be feeling. I just think it was too much of a whiplash for the last issue. For this issue, we only had that return like every other page,
Yeah.
which helped out a lot. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was my problem with the last issue.
Oh yeah, the whiplash. Like, why is he just in this like tournament
Yeah.
cage match
Yeah.
thing? Um,
And by the way, yeah, hey, here's May's son, Aunt May's son. And then oh, by the way, oh yeah, we got Ray here, which is the alien girl that you were talking about, Lex,
yeah.
that he
Yeah.
met because he got beat up so bad he got punched into another planet. That's actually what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
So
so
like
confused.
that's a lot of things to take in. Yeah, this is not an issue to just peruse, I guess.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's not a jumping on point.
I liked her.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Ray, I do like her and like what she told Peter, and it's like, hey, or like there's a villain that can transfer pain, and she was just like, hey, if my friend's in pain, I can take that for him, and
Yeah.
I'm going to. That was a sweet moment for her, and
Also,
because
question:
that's
have
how she grew up.
they had sex yet? I
Yeah,
can't
oh,
remember.
absolutely. They
In
had
outer
sex in
space,
space.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sex in space, basically.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did. I mean, they showed them kind of like making out, but
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
I mean, good for them. You know, Peter Parker needs a win. You know.
Good
Yeah,
for
it does.
Peter. He's just not. He's not selective in his species.
But yeah, she's nice though. Like I was expecting like however many issues back, I was expecting her to be bad.
I like her character. I do like this new character. I don't know how I feel about Simbi yet. He's got his own comic coming out soon,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I
You
don't know
said
what to expect from
symbiote, and
Simbi.
I thought you were saying symbiote, but you mean
No, no.
Simbi. Simbi,
Simbi.
yeah. Yeah.
Simbi yet. I don't know how I feel about him yet, so I will read his new
He's
story
just
when it
another
comes
cute
out.
character. They're gonna team up with
Yeah,
Jeff the Land Shark and whatnot, right? So,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
um, okay, all right, all
Yeah.
right. That's a good, solid pick of the week. Again, I like Joe Kelly in Amazing Spider-Man right now. Like, I'm not complaining.
What's Lex? What's the last Amazing Spider-Man that you read that you can remember?
Oh man, I don't even. Let's see. Let me look real
He's
quick. I had it
going
pulled
gonna
up.
go back all the way to Nick Spencer.
It's gonna be, yeah, it probably actually
Oh no.
is. It's actually no, it was during the whole uh Venom Carnage Torment
Okay.
stuff.
I
So I read all
love,
of that.
I love Death Spiral. Like,
Yeah, I stopped I think after the Death Spiral event.
did you not like it?
It was fine. I
Yeah.
tend to get like event fatigue, so I'm just like, all right, I need a break from Spider-Man for a second.
Mm,
Yeah.
I think I'll focus on other things.
yeah,
That
that's
makes
fair.
sense.
Um, all right. Well, let's see. Uh, my pick of the week. What was my pick? Oh, yeah, I'll go next. My pick of the week is from DC Comics. It is DC X Sonic the Hedgehog, the Metal Legion, issue number 3. Now, the work that they're doing on this miniseries and the previous miniseries, there there are certain like cross company crossovers where I'm like, okay, fine, they phoned it in. It is what it is, right? Like it's a franchise crossover. They do the basic stuff. Uh, the previous one was amazing. They didn't have to go that hard. This one, they're going even harder because they're just have way more like Sonic characters and way more DC characters, and they're pairing up random people that I'm like, oh yeah. There's Rouge the Bat, who is dressed up like Catwoman, so like they're kind of opposites, and everybody has a counterpart from the Sonic universe and the DC universe, and they just kind of like explain it like there's a portal between dimensions, and like people are going back and forth, back and forth. Um, but I really just like this issue. It's super fun. Is it life changing? No, but like it's so fun. It's just a
Yeah,
fun.
it's
It's
really
just a
good.
fun
It's fun.
book, you know. Um, and at first, when I was talking about this book when on TikTok, I mentioned or I said, oh, Dr. Robotnik makes mech suits for the Legion of Doom. It turns out they're not mech suits, they're robot duplicates of the Legion of Doom to fight the Legion of Doom. So Robotnik has his Legion and then Lex has his. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
Robotnik
been
and Lex
fun.
are the best characters so far. I did read a little bit of the second issue. I really liked the first issue, but they are my favorite character. Like compared to the first crossover that they did, I'm really digging those two characters.
Yeah. You didn't like the first
It
miniseries?
was fine. Yeah, it was fine. I've been enjoying this one more than the first one. The first one was fun,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I've been enjoying this one a lot. I mean, again, it's only 2 issues in,
Yeah, 3. This one's
but
issue 3.
oh, so yeah, 3 issues in.
Okay. Um, I mean, my only problem with the first miniseries was that it was dark side focused
Hmm.
because I just am a little tired of dark side. But the first miniseries had the other apocalypse people in it, so I was like,
Hmm.
cool, I'm all good, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, this is my pick of the week. Short and sweet, you know, kind of like the Sonic characters, you know.
You got Lex.
Oh, my pick of the week this week is Absolute Green Lantern issue 16 so far. I don't know if it will be. There's a few books that I'm looking forward to reading that I hadn't read yet, but Absolute Green Lantern, I've really been digging what Al Ewing's been doing with this sort of like cosmic horror take, but he's also doing sort of this. I don't know. Feels part of the story feels almost like True Detective. It I don't know. It just feels as someone that wasn't a huge Green Lantern fan. Like I like Green Lantern. I've enjoyed the huge story arcs or big events that they've had focused on Green Lantern. Not the biggest Green Lantern fan. Kyle Rayner's my favorite.
Yeah.
But I've really been enjoying this. I think Joe Mullen also has had such a good series, and they kind of haven't done anything with her. So it's really cool to see her in this absolute universe.
After I
They
was gonna ask,
introduced the black. Go ahead.
who is the Green Lantern for Absolute Green Lantern?
It's Joe. So they have all of them in there. They're sort of doing this spectrum war. I think John Stewart, if I'm correct, John Stewart is gold. Looks like the old lantern, but he's gold. They have Al Jordan is violet. Tomar Ray, which is like the beak looking alien who's a Green Lantern, he is representing the Red Lanterns. Spoiler alert: Jessica Cruz is in there in
Oh,
this issue at the end, and she is a Green Lantern, but not a good one.
I mean that's fair.
Maybe it's a
Oh wait,
cliffhanger
good
at
as
the
in
end,
experienced or good as in?
like a bad guy.
Oh, okay.
She's like on the side of like the people that we don't like in this book. So
Okay.
it,
Mm.
it's been really cool. Again, I love the Absolute Universe, but this has got to be one of my favorite takes. You know, because Batman is cool, but Absolute Batman is great, but it's very like 90s extreme
Yeah.
Super gritty.
Batman. This
Yeah.
is definitely like a completely different take on the mythos of Green Lantern.
Because yeah, the lore is completely different, right? Like everything you would
Yeah.
expect from the Spectrum and the rings is completely different in the absolute DC universe, right?
Yeah, and we're continuously learning more and more about that as far as like how willpower works into it and how the other sort of actions and other forces fit into the colors and lantern cores.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Is
it's been really
it
cool because they use a lot of flashbacks as well to sort of like help fill in those gaps. So it's really cool.
Okay.
Absolute Green Lantern? Is it a ongoing or is it gonna be like ending anytime soon? Kind of like
It's an
Absolute
ongoing
Martian.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an ongoing
I'm
thing.
into the Absolute Universe, but I've only been keeping up with like the Trinity,
Mhm.
and Absolute Green Arrow is another one that I've picked up.
Yeah,
But
those are all good.
because of because of this show, I started picking up Absolute uh, Martian, the Martian Manhunter
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
and I'm only 3 issues in, but so far I'm not convinced, and maybe it will convince me. So maybe
Yeah.
it will, and I will read it because I just saw that it's ending. So I was like, yeah, might as well just read the whole thing.
I mean, it ended
But
this week with
This
issue
week.
number 12.
oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Did so
This
Perfect.
week.
Manny didn't read that one. I didn't. Lex, did you read that one?
Yeah, I read it.
You read
I don't mind.
absolute.
I don't mind spoilers. Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any spoilers, just in case anybody else is watching. But I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed Absolute Green or Martian Manhunter. It probably fall if I'm ranking all of them. It probably falls like fifth place for me.
Really,
It's
a
just
lot of people
weird.
swear by absolute Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, it's at this point like because I have absolute maybe third or fourth. Let me think about my ranking real quick.
Mhm.
I wasn't prepared.
Well, while you think about your ranking, Pesky
Yeah.
Rick says, haven't had a chance to read too much this week, but I read Absolute Martian Manhunter 12, Batman 11, and Royals 4. So shout out to Pesky Rick. If anyone's out there watching, let us know what you read this week or what looks good or what interests you, you know. Pesky Rick's pick of the week was Absolute Martian Manhunter 12.
Mhm.
Pesky Rick says this book has been perfect for me. The psychedelic nature of the book and the ending was
Yeah.
perfect. So we won't spoil
Yeah.
the ending.
I agree.
But it is a 12 issue miniseries. I only read like issues 1 and 2. So
Yeah.
don't
I think
think
it
I have
fits
a.
perfectly, especially if you don't know much about Martian Manhunter. I think it just fits. Martian Manhunter always, in my opinion, didn't work. You know, there's a lot of aliens that come into the DC universe,
how dare you?
but you have like Superman comes into comes to Earth and he
Yeah.
fits in perfectly. Like he's not an alien; he's just a white dude. Martian
You have green
Manhunter, even
people.
though
Just say it. Just say
Martian
it.
Manhunter is Martian Manhunter is clearly a Martian,
Yeah.
but he even when he's green, he most of the time looks like a human, and then he hides as a human the other times. In this instance, it's actually like this freaky looking alien
Yeah.
who is sort of merging with this man, and it really gives me that uh, alien coming to Earth and assimilating vibe that I would want from a Martian Manhunter book.
Yeah.
And I think that this book really hits it home for me.
I don't
Yeah,
think I have
That's
a
with
high enough intellect for this book. I've been reading it.
there
I'm
is a
like,
lot.
man,
Yeah, there is.
it's just a lot. I feel like a lot's going over my head. I don't even
Yeah.
feel like I'm missing because like I don't have like a reference point from other like Martian Manhunter stuff. I just feel like, man, it's just I don't understand what I'm reading.
It's better, I think, if you don't know Martian Manhunter than
Yeah, it is.
if you do, because
I think so.
It seems to me it's nothing like, my understanding is it's nothing like the John Jones that
Nothing.
we know.
Yeah.
But
I will
like
say though,
it is heady.
Mhm.
if you like this book, just real quick, Mad Cave Studios has a book called "Is Ted Okay?"
Oh,
It's only
so
about
good.
four or five issues in, but it kind of gives me the same vibes of this. Not as psychedelic, but
Yeah.
it's a pretty interesting book. I'm not gonna talk about it today because the issue didn't come out this week, but
Yeah.
it's a good book. If you're
It's
listening,
really good.
go find out about Is Ted Okay? Go find out if Ted is okay. Yeah, just check it out.
Yeah, and I mean also we don't have much time. So
Yeah, yeah.
we can only go through so much in the time that we have. We can't talk about previous weeks. That's what we had last week's episode for. Come on.
That is previous. Yeah, that's right.
You know, I always feel bad when and it's rare that we miss a week of comic talk, because I'm like, because we're such on a strict schedule, it's like if we don't do an episode that week, you're never hearing about those issues. Like you just
Yeah.
like on the
At
show,
least not
like
from us.
we don't
Yeah.
go over it,
Especially if it's a good week. Yeah.
yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay. I think the week that we missed was the week of the finale of the first part of Hush 2, which I just wanted to rag on it. I just wanted to rag on it so
Terrible.
much.
Oh no.
But that was a week off, so maybe it's better that I didn't spend
Yeah.
my time ragging on that.
Yeah.
Because I got reminded of
That's
it
true.
today. I was like, oh yeah, that issue did come out, and I remember just not liking it at all. And I was like, did I not talk about it on the show? Oh, it was one of the weeks off. All right.
Were you looking forward to that series?
No. Okay.
Oh.
I was curious when they said Hush 2 is coming out, and then they started off
Yeah.
on such a bad note on that first issue.
So
of that.
bad.
And then
And that definitely fell in the first issue. I'm out. First,
Oof.
second issue. Nah, not.
I
gonna
was
do that.
morbidly trying to be like, they built it up as in like, this is gonna change the foundation of Batman. And I was like,
Yeah.
what? Because Jeff Loeb, we got to move on, but Jeff Loeb is writing Batman Hush 2 like the last 20 years has never happened. Like,
Yeah, like it just came out. Like one just came out.
yeah, like one just came out.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, you know that it's
Can't do that.
2026, right? Like, it's not. What are you doing, dude? Like, did you not?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jeff Loeb. I'm sorry. Like, I get it.
Don't be.
I don't want to rag on
We
him,
just
but
want
like,
to
I feel
finish his
bad.
story.
He's
Don't
written
be.
a
It was
lot of
bad.
bangers and a lot of
Yeah.
not bangers.
Yeah, this was
Can't
one of
win
those.
them all.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we got to move on because we got a big old list. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on youtube.com/the Keeg Show. Let's hit everything. What are some other ones that we're like dying to talk about? Because there's a good amount of books.
We were just talking about Batman Hush, so like Batman 11 was great. I mean, again, back to I think this week for me was really art centered because Jorge Jimenez did an amazing job with the paneling, with his the scene where the El Ojo just showed up behind Batman in Batman 11, like, and was ready to just like attack him, and you can see the surprise in Batman's face. Like,
Yeah.
you don't surprise Batman very often.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
so to seeing that was a great scene in this issue. I liked it. Batman 11 was my second book of the week.
Yeah.
I love his Batman.
Yeah. Matt Fraction writing this, Jorge Jimenez's art, like, this is a perfect or near perfect book. It's
I agree.
Fraction.
Yeah.
To me, Fraction is writing a Saturday morning cartoon Batman, which is not a bad
Yep.
thing. Like, I am having so much fun with it. I'm not taking anything too seriously, even though some serious things are happening. And then like the ending of this one with the the butler just shows up. Like that was
Oh.
funny. It's like,
Verity,
haha,
Verity
I can't wait for the next
Verity
issue.
Pennyworth, yeah.
Verity Pennyworth.
Alfred.
It was like tune in next time for like this. I was like, I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
it
I
makes me
can't
Or
wait
like
to
a
wonder.
see new
soft cliffhanger.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
you bring up a good point that it's written like a Saturday morning cartoon in a way, because some people get tired of like comic issues that just lead into the next one and it's all like
Yeah.
one huge story. And I feel like Matt
Yeah.
Fraction is doing that, but he's also doing that like, look, if you're a kid,
It's episodic.
you know, if you're a kid and you only have money for one book right now and like you pick this up randomly, like you're gonna have a good time, you know, you're still gonna. And it brings me back to when I was a kid. It was like I spent like $1 or whatever. It wasn't $1 back then. It would probably be like $2. But like there's
How
a
old are you?
there's a Maggie Brady 10 cents. There was a fantastic there's a random Fantastic Four issue that I have that's like one of my first comics. The first comic that I ever bought, and
Mhm.
I just picked it up because it was a Fantastic Four comic at the grocery store, and I was like, I
Yeah.
know who's on the cover. I'm just gonna pick it up,
Mhm.
and it was a rando like Puppet Master issue, and like, okay, cool. I'm a kid with some money, and I'm just gonna throw it at this book, and like, I was fine,
Yeah.
you know.
There's a lot when I was a kid. A lot of my comic book reading was that. It was just like random issues. Like, oh hey, there are 3 issues into this Onslaught series. Hadn't read anything in the past 10 years. Let me just pick up. Let me just pick up this book.
And that's part of
But-
that's part of it,
But
right?
when I recall it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that full story. I know that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
issue.
Yeah,
I know that
sure.
one issue, but in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I remember reading that. Yeah.
And another what?
Batman's one of those characters that he's so much in the cultural zeitgeist that this style works for him with the sort of like, we don't need the heavy lead in and mystery to the next issue. We can just do like it almost feels like like you said, like a TV show where it's
Yeah.
like, hey, next time this is going to happen. And then you just lead into it, but you could pick it up and enjoy it.
That being said,
will
I think
say-
Fraction is dropping little bits and pieces that he picks up
Yeah.
a couple issues later, like
Mhm.
the Minotaur and like that sort of thing.
That came up today. Yeah.
Yeah, it came up in this issue,
Yeah.
right? And so it's like, okay, so people who are reading it, they can like, they're not like
Yeah.
just one shots. There is
Yeah.
a thing that ties it all together. But I remember one of the first issues of Batman that I ever bought as a kid. It was during Bruce Wayne Murderer or Bruce Wayne Fugitive. And it was a Batman issue where Batman and Superman are on the cover, and like Superman stopping by to be like, hey, I know you didn't murder what's her name, but like you're just gonna be Batman 24/7. And I remember like jumping into that being like, I am so confused as a kid, like Batman's a murderer. Oh, he's not a murderer. What the hell is happening? But I was fine. I was fine, you
You
know.
just gotta find an adult, ask a question. Is Batman okay? No, I
But
think my only negative for this issue was just like the fact that this smart, very educated Dr. Zeller still hasn't figured out that Batman is Bruce Wayne.
it's weird, right?
That's
She
always so
has all
stupid to me.
She has the whole puzzle in front of her, and she's like, I can't
don't
believe
see
that
it."
Batman. I can't believe that you know who Batman is. What are you talking about?
It's like, how dare you let your child be Robin for Batman?
Poor Batman.
it's really
yeah.
stupid.
The guy that's a similar build, and you just took on a couple of thugs while we were doing this. But
You guys have the
Yeah.
same mouth.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got the same chin. You got the same chin.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
I mean, in this, he explains it. He gives like this like abridged
drunk.
version of like Damien's backstory, where he's like, Damien went through a lot of trouble, blah 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 blah, and then he needed an outlet, so Batman took him on. And it's like, what?
Really,
Yeah.
I kind of wish that he would just immediately just be like, I'm Batman. How do you not figure that out? Like, just be like a scene of like, are you kidding me?
At a certain
Yeah.
point, the cat's out of the bag, even if the
Yeah.
cat like looked out of the bag and then went back in, right? Like it's
Hey, like,
at this
what
point,
are
just
you
like
talking
say it.
about?
Like, what are you gonna like?
She should call
Yeah.
CPS on him at that point. If she
Yeah.
doesn't know that he's
At
Batman,
this
she should be
point.
like, hey, your child is in danger.
You're just a random billionaire, and you're like, all right, your extracurricular activity today is be Robin for Batman. Like,
Yeah, he's so rich that his babysitter is Batman for his son.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Pesky Rick says it's towing the line for me, but I read it as she is so unimpressed by Bruce that he could never be Batman in her mind. Still weird. Is she? I thought she likes
Unimpressed.
Bruce. I thought she is
Yeah.
He
a fan.
did that whole car chase. He like ran her away. Like he got her away from all
Yeah.
these like different ninjas and stuff. Like how are you unimpressed by that? And then
Yeah.
he did. I think it was like issue 5 where he was just like, put him up. Let's go.
Yeah.
As Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So I see what you're saying, Pesky, but no. Nah, there's no way. If she is unimpressed, there's no one for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I want to
Bar
touch
too
on.
high.
I mean, I want to touch on everything here, but I noticed that both of you guys at least said you were going to read Power Rangers Unlimited #1. Did you guys both read it?
I did read that one, yeah.
That's by Boom Studios. Why did it end up on your guys' list? Not in a bad way, but I just thought it was
Yeah.
interesting that like you guys were both like really gung ho on this. Are you guys big Power Ranger fans?
I'm a huge Power Ranger fan.
Exactly. I was just gonna say I was born 91, which I think is when Power Rangers came out.
92, I think.
92.
Yeah.
I
So
could
I
be
had
wrong.
no choice.
All right.
I'm a Power Rangers kid through and
Yeah. I mean, I'm the
Yeah,
same
and
way.
I'm obsessed with the Ninja Turtles, and so I feel like there is a direct correlation with if you're a Ninja Turtles fan, you are by proxy a Power Rangers fan. So
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
lumped into that
93. I
very
just
early
looked
on.
it up. 1993.
93. Okay. Even more. Yeah.
But I mean, you guys, is this worth talking about? What's going on with Power Rangers comics?
I enjoyed it, and I was excited about this one. I dug the some of the direction they were going with Prime, but it was canceled, so that was a bummer. I've loved most of what they've done in Power Rangers comics, and this started teasing with like, well, one of the big hangups that I've always had is like moving past Mighty Morphin, which I know a lot of people
Yes,
say,
absolutely.
which they tease a lot in the Boom comic books in the past. You get future glimpses of them, and they come into to help with Draken, but they never actually move past the main cast being Mighty Morphin. And this one is, they got me again, which they do it multiple times. They're like, we have all the Power Rangers in this one. It's not
This one
Mighty
is
Morphin.
so promising. Yeah,
Yeah,
this one's the most promising.
we are giving you all the Power Rangers, different eras, different main characters. We have a focal point, but we have different main characters or different characters in general. And so it's pulled me back in, which I mean, I was still in with Prime, but I was excited to see if they would fulfill that promise. And they did with this issue almost like too much. It was almost like, slow it down,
It was
man.
great.
Is it a Power Ranger team of different people from different teams put together?
It really is like all of the
or is it an
eras.
anthology book where like it's different characters every issue, or like what's going on?
No, it's not an anthology. It's focused on Trini is a new ranger called Striking Tiger. I think that's what they call her. And Manny might be able to
Unlimited Ranger, I think.
Yeah, she's the Unlimited Ranger. Manny might be able to explain the story a little bit better than I am doing.
No, you got it, man. You got this.
I feel like between the two of you, you're essentially saying, "Oh, we don't have time." Is this too complicated? Okay.
Well, no, I don't know if you caught. Did you watch the Power Rangers movie that just came out? Like that was like a celebration of
the Netflix special. Yeah. Well,
yes.
My same thing was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1 that came out a couple weeks ago was also that. It tied in with that.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys read that one.
So I didn't read that one. I watched that movie, and I think it's connected because like in this one, it's Trini is the main character, like Lex said. She's the one that's that we're gonna be focusing on.
Yeah.
But she mentions that this is not her universe, this is not her dimension, that she did her self-sacrifice in her universe, and she even had to like let go of her daughter, which was like, oh, I wonder if that's like what happened to her in the movie, and they're just connecting it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems that's what the comics are trying to do right now, because in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1, it takes place before the Netflix special, so you have a baby of her, like her daughter is a baby, not a teenager as she is there, and you get like younger versions of the Power Rangers, but they're older than the series, right? They're like in between, and so I don't know what they're doing, but there has to be some point to this.
If it's connecting, I think that'd be awesome. That's how I took it, and I really loved it. We have a mystery main villain, but the villain of this book was Lord Zed, and he's
Yeah.
got like this time portal open. So you get like a lot, like you said, like it's overwhelming. Like you get all these different villains from different Mighty Morphin, or not even Mighty Morphin, but just Power Ranger series. And as she takes them all on, you get different Power Rangers from all sorts of the
Yeah.
time, and
Just like jumping on
they,
different teams, and it's
yeah,
just like every
they're just
page will
support.
have 3 or 4 random Power Rangers on it. It's like, all right, well, I wanted more Power Rangers, but I want them to like be main characters.
Okay.
I think it was
Um,
a strong first issue, but
It was good though, yeah.
definitely,
I'm gonna have to
definitely
pick
keep
it up.
reading it.
Uh,
Yeah.
Anybody who's watching, there's a good amount of people watching. Let us know in the chat if you guys are Power Rangers fans, if you guys are reading the comics right now. We got a lot of books on our list that we have yet to go through, and so in this last like 20 minutes of the show, we gotta get through all of them. So I'll just go through it. Did we officially talk about Neighborhood Watch issue number 3?
Officially, Lex, did you read this?
I didn't. I've only read the first
No.
issue. I dug the first issue, and I heard the second issue was good, but I didn't pick this one up.
There's a twist in the
I
second
mean-
issue that was like really cool, and it was like
Mhm.
explaining a little bit of stuff, and I was like, oh, it's very
Mystery.
Netflix like series sort of mystery, right?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a good like who done it, but also like what the hell is going on kind of mystery.
Yeah.
This issue, the reason like it was hyped because of the first 2 issues. For me, this issue was more of a like, hey, we're gonna just do a bunch of exposition dump. You're gonna get a lot of lore. It's a lot of important details, but it is just a lot of important details that you have to
Yeah.
read. So like nothing really happens. But I thought something that was really cool that I noticed was when because Neighborhood Watch is between two different neighborhoods. One is like this very clean, very uppity neighborhood, and then the other one is like
A
kind of like a
commune,
halfway
right?
house commune kind of thing. Like, hey, if you're a convict or whatever, we are going to accept you. If you're running away from something, we're going to accept you, kind of like that. So when we're at the neighborhood, where that's a very rich neighborhood, you will notice the paneling is very sharp at their boxes, right?
Oh,
And then when you go to the paneling of the other neighborhood, the Open Arms neighborhood collective, it's rounded. It's almost like more accepting, I guess. Like it's friendlier. And I noticed that even when we had both of the neighborhoods kind of like in that book, you have someone from one neighborhood and someone from the other neighborhood talking to each other. When they're both talking to each other, the paneling, if you notice it, there's one box that's sharp, one box is circular, and I was like,
Really
that's
cool.
creative. That's creative. I like that. It's
Yeah.
something that has nothing to do with the story, but it is just really cool to see. Like it's creative.
it's a very what's it called? Mystery box sort of. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called when like a show has like answers a question and then like gives
Leaves
another
a question.
like
And
leaves a question?
immediately, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Immediately, it's like, oh, here's one thing and 5 other mysteries to solve. So,
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened with this issue.
I mean, I like the first 2 issues to the point where I'm like, oh, this is gearing up for a Netflix show.
Yeah,
Which is
I
a
did
good,
like the first
Definitely.
issue.
good, you know.
I'm surprised I didn't keep reading it. I need to go back. I know I bought them. I need to go back and finish reading them because yeah. She gets shot in the first one, right? I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember what
No,
happens in the first
we
one.
don't know what happened to her, right?
I mean, there is a bullet.
Maybe it is.
There is a bullet
It's
or
a
whatever
bullet.
hole, right?
Yeah.
But she's in that tunnel between the 2 neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
Which they kind of explain what happened in this issue. They explain why there's a tunnel.
Mm.
We get to see like the differences of how like the cops treat the rich neighborhood compared to
Yeah,
how the cops
that's cool.
treat this other neighborhood. I could see it being a Netflix show for sure.
Yeah.
And
I gotta catch up on
the art by Haining is great.
Yeah.
It goes with the narrative very well.
Yeah. Moving on, but real quick, I wanted to say that I was very confused by the first issue because I kept flipping back and forth. I finished the book of the first issue,
Yes.
and I kept going back and forth because essentially the premise is one person is living 2 lives in 2 different of the neighborhoods, and I keep looking. And I'm like, but who is? I can't and it turns out she's wearing a wig in one and one, not one in the other, and I'm like, okay, but that's purposely confusing because I'm looking at. I'm like, okay, in a comic, in a TV show, you could do that because you'll see the same
Yeah.
actor with a wig, without a
Yeah,
wig.
same face.
But in comics, if you have a different hair or even different hairstyle, you are a
Or if
different
you have
character.
Or if you have a domino mask, you don't
Like,
know who that person is.
because you don't know, right? Like you're looking at it and you're like, when Firestar in Marvel is standing next to Mary Jane, Firestar has short hair, Mary Jane has long hair. They're both redheads.
Yeah.
That's how you gotta like keep track of everyone. But in this, there's a wig, and that just threw me off. So,
Yeah.
I mean, good and bad, but I like the book.
Yeah.
I know that you guys did you guys read Deadman issue 2?
I did.
I heard good things about issue 1. I didn't get to finish issue 1.
I really like it. It's kind of heady, but kind of like a philosophical. But I think that's like the only way to do a Deadman book that's not really campy.
Yeah. I'm fine with
issue
campy
features,
Deadman.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, that is in this as well.
Okay.
Batman is, of course, Batman is in issue 2, but I didn't hate it. I'm really digging this art style. I can't remember who the artist on this is.
It's the same artist that did Kryptonite Spectrum.
Yeah. I'm really digging the art style. It fits really
Martin
really
Morazzo.
Well. Yeah, with the creepy sort of supernatural part of DC.
Yeah.
And I think he gets his first. He officially gets his super suit in the end of the first one, and this is kind of like him figuring out what it means to be a good guy as Deadman.
Yeah.
Oh, is this an origin story, or is it like he's been Deadman and he's just doing something else?
Yeah, I really don't know. I don't think it's an origin story, but like I also don't know where the hell Deadman was before this.
Yeah.
So like where he is in the universe, I don't know if he's been around. Like I don't remember the last time I saw Deadman. So with this current era of DC that we're in, I don't know where he's been. Yeah. So I don't know if that's his introduction to this universe.
No, it can't be, because
it can't be though.
The way the DC timeline works now is that all timelines merge together. So all the stories that have had Deadman has been on Justice League Dark. So those stories.
I think he might have been like put to rest officially or something in some sort. I don't know that
like
for sure,
mind wiped. Like
no, just like he's not Deadman anymore. He's just dead.
Oh, okay.
But Ramakrishna in the first issue, summons him. Okay, he brings him to solve this thing, and they make him the custodian of souls.
Okay,
and so I don't know if it's like his origin of the super suit, but he goes from being like in a jumpsuit janitor outfit to getting his suit at the end, and then in the second issue, he's like using Batman to help out with what he's doing.
Okay.
And it's pretty good.
We got to move on to the rest of the books in our list and do like quick little reviews on it. So, I mean, if you guys shout out what you guys got left, and we'll just go, to whatever you got.
We got a Batgirl 21. We got a new artist in it, Segovia. And she, I don't know if it's a he or she, but they're great. I love them on it. The story, it goes back to have you guys ever heard of a villain called Forget Me Not?
No, not in DC. I know Forget Me Not from X-Men, but not from DC.
Yeah, no.
This might be the first time then, because I've never heard of this person either. But basically, it's like a therapist or something that was with Cassandra Cain's father, and Forget Me Not raised a daughter himself. That was the opposite of how Cassandra was raised, and then they would pit them against each other. And basically, he's just trying to find out who killed his daughter, and kind of abducts Batgirl to try to figure out who killed his daughter. But it's like all in this like weird dreamscape world where Cassandra can see everything from all her memories, but because it's her memories from a certain time period where she didn't know language, she can't understand what the person's saying, even though she's watching it as an older person. But it's good. It's a good storyline.
That sounds super cool.
Yeah, that is
cool. It is, but slowly but surely, it is a kind of whodunit. But we do figure out who did it at the end.
Okay, cool. Lex, you want to throw out some more? We gotta get through all this.
I read Beast of Boriken, which was really cool. It was a true weird story by Tiny Onion for Dark Horse Comics. It's a story about these ecological activists that are protesting the overdevelopment of their island. But then on the flip side, you have the chupacabra seemingly doing the same thing, but the ramifications of the chupacabra being real and the devastation that it leaves in its wake. Really good first issue. Really dig the art. Really dig sort of the.
And it takes place in Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
because that's the Boriken, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Really good first issue.
Okay, cool. Again, I have like your whole list, Lex, but I don't know exactly what you read. So, Justice Society issue number 21. There's I love the Justice Society. I know that like it's not everybody's like cup of tea, but I love the idea of like old heroes and young heroes put together. Plus, as of lately, they've been shipping a couple characters together, and I love my ships in these type of books. You know, Teen Titans, the kids in Justice Society. Like I just love the shipping. But the Spectre has no host, and they have to. Metron pops in, and he's trying to get the kids to look for Jim Corrigan through time while also teaching a story about Jim Corrigan. I don't know. I just been a fan of this book. I think it's Jeff Lemire. On this.
Yeah, it's Jeff Lemire.
I'm digging it. Lex, you reading this one?
I am like you. I'm a huge DC fan in general, but I love old DC, and so JSA embodies everything old DC, and so I'm a huge fan of it. Didn't read this specific issue, but I've been loving everything about it. Love Jeff Lemire. Diego, I can't remember his last name. The artist.
Olortegui.
Yeah, really good. So it's a solid book, and I don't know if, like you said, it's not a lot of people's cup of tea. I don't hear a ton of people talking about it, but it has been a consistently good book, in my opinion. I think more people should be talking about it.
There's also kind of a curse to the subject matter of Justice Society that, like, whenever they adapt it, they never get their laurels the way that, like, they should. Like, the Stargirl show, I'm a big fan of the Stargirl show.
I love that show. Yeah.
It was so good. And, like,
yeah,
it just, you just have to buy the fact that, like, they're kids. And, like,
for sure.
The idea of a Justice Society, you just got to, like, buy into that. Be like, okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people have hard times with, like, adaptations and source material. It's like, it doesn't always have to be a 1-for-1. This is, let's just say it's a different universe. It's its own take. Like, let it tell its own story. And Supergirl or Stargirl hits enough of that, like, original story and campiness of the JSA.
Yeah. What else? Did you guys read Supergirl Survive?
It didn't. I read the first issue. I do want to read the second issue, but I didn't.
Something that I like a lot about DC Elseworlds, that Marvel has What If, but DC has Elseworlds, and I just like the Elseworlds concept better than the What If. Like, what if
always will be better.
Yeah, What If has always been like, what if this one change was different, and like what would happen? And like it tends to be like very formulaic, but like DC Elseworlds, even if it starts off you think it's a what if, the universes are fundamentally different. So the what if of this Supergirl Survive is like, what if Supergirl and baby Kal-El escaped Krypton together? And okay, but the fundamental nature of this universe is different. So in this issue, we get like a Green Lantern Corps, which is not a Green Lantern Corps. It's like all the Lantern Corps. So you get a literal team of 6, one of each spectrum, one of each emotion in the spectrum, working together as like a cop squad. And then you get like a bunch of Zarnians that are working together, and they're all different variations of Lobo, kind of. And like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but like, I was like, there's enough fundamental changes to this, to the lore in this, that I'm like, okay, you didn't take the easy way out by just being like, everything happens the same, but butterfly effect, I guess. It's not
they grow up together or whatever.
I think Father of Tomorrow is kind of doing that.
Yeah, Father of Tomorrow, the first issue was good. I've seen some images for like, it does do the same thing. It's a separate universe, because I saw a preview for another issue that was like Hex Luthor, like Lex Luthor is more of a supernatural character rather than like a super genius. And I was like, okay, so they're just going completely different with the universe, not just what if Jor-El's there instead of
That's
Clark.
good to know.
It was pretty cool.
Because I thought issue number 1 was just like
Safe.
it was so
very
safe. It was so safe.
Yeah, very safe.
Yeah. Manny, what else you got on your list?
Going to Marvel, we got a Doctor Strange #8, uh, which is Doctor Strange is stuck in like not Asgard, but like he can't get back to Midgard because Asgard doesn't exist anymore, or like it cut itself
Mm.
off from the Marvel universe. Something basically like he at one point he was able to get back to Clea, and they talked for a bit with the Scarlet Witch there, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm in Asgard. I'm with Thor's sister, and I need to help her." And they're like, "What are you talking Thor? You talking about like that like the
Oh yeah,
mythology of like
that's
Norse? Nobody
nobody
knows who
remembers Thor.
is."
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thor's
but
running
there's
around with a hammer now, right? In the main universe, like a regular hammer.
Yeah, he goes by
yeah,
Sigurd
apparently
Jarlson or something.
Yeah.
Sigurd Jarlson.
sure it's not Holland. What's that guy? What's the soccer player's name? Holland right now. But no, so like even like, but I will say I love that Clea is so supportive. She's like my husband's obviously having some kind of
Ah,
uh
Mental breakdown.
failure right now, mental breakdown. But anyways, it's fine. When are you coming home? And like they explain all that stuff. But he's basically just trying to stop this creature that is going around killing all sorts of sorcerers and magic users throughout the other 8 realms, not the 9 realms, but the 8 realms. And he has a second persona called Lord Strange, which is just like he is open to a whole nother level of magic that Doctor Strange himself can't do. And he does become a little bit more evil. His color palette turns red and black. Um, and it's interesting, but this issue today was just kind of like again, a lot of exposition, a lot of
Yeah.
just talking.
yeah.
But I understand it. I understand why we had to have it, but just not a great issue today or
I
this week.
I haven't read this new Doctor Strange run,
That's the
but
premise
Me
is that
either.
he's stuck. He just stuck away from Midgard. He
okay.
can't get back to Midgard. There are no portals to Midgard or anything. So he's stuck with Thor's sister Angela,
Yeah.
and they're
Mm.
doing their own wacky adventures every Saturday.
Okay. I'm gonna pivot to another wacky adventure that isn't really even worth talking that much about, other than it was just kind of a fun thing. The Marvel swimsuit special for this year,
Mm.
brand new beach day. Even though the title is alluding to brand new day, it's not
Yeah.
Spider-Man related or anything related to brand new day. Like it's just the name for it because the movie I think is coming out right. Like it's like brand new beach day. This is just about like Marvel fun, right? A lot of pinups of your
Yeah.
favorite characters in their swimsuits, and like they're all really great. Like the art in this is amazing. So I think it's if you just want to have a fun time, like the art is cool. There's something for the guys, the girls, the gays and the theys. Like it's everybody scantily clad. So like cool, good for you. As long as I guess it's not for the A's, with asexuals, but whatever. I can't
Yeah.
speak for them, but it's
Unless it's a good story and the
Yeah.
asexuals just to really
Yeah.
appreciate the story. Yeah.
the premise is because it's like kind of like a funny kind of story with a couple of shorts. Namor throws a beach party in order to just hope that Sue Storm like comes around. That's it.
Wow.
Like, and it's like they're but in continuity, they're both past that, but like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of it's just
Where's-
it's the throwaway
Where's
story.
Emma Frost and all this? Like,
Yeah.
does Emma
There is a
Frost roll?
pinup I think of
Yeah.
Emma Frost. She wears way too much jewelry for the beach.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
I think
Anyway,
what-
you guys didn't read this
one thing
right?
that's
No.
annoying to me for this though is like you mentioned like it's called like a brand new beach day or whatever, so it's like because of the movie coming out. Same thing with the Supergirl that you mentioned, like they got the Lobo, all the what are they called?
Yeah.
What's the race
Zarnians.
called?
The Zarnians?
Zarnians.
Yeah.
They have them all there, and it's just kind of the synergy for the Supergirl movie that just came out
Yeah.
that has Jason
Yeah.
Momoa as Lobo. I'm just like,
Same with
"Man,
the
that's so annoying."
Supergirl summer Supergirl special has Lobo,
Yeah.
and the recent Lobo issue has Supergirl.
Supergirl in it
yeah.
with Crypto. Crypto
Yeah.
shows up in that too. Like I get it, I understand why you're doing it, but it's annoying. I see
As long
it,
as it
but I'm
doesn't, they don't
not.
try to shoehorn movie continuity into it. I'm okay with like Justice League Unlimited is doing it with their Justice Gang lineup, but but they're not called Justice Gang.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
that's true.
Metamorpho,
That is
Mr.
true, yeah.
Horrific, Hawk Girl, and Guy Gardner off on a planet
They-
together. It's fine.
Their
I'm
own
just
wacky
like,
adventure over there.
you know,
Yeah.
whatever. All right, what else is on our list? We gotta like knock them out real quick. I know Radiant Black 43.
Yeah.
I wanted to read
my-
that one. I didn't read it. The last issue was a cliffhanger, so I really wanted to check
Yeah.
this one out. I
So as I've been saying throughout this whole show today, exposition. It's just a bunch of lore dump.
Yeah.
This one was just a flashback of what Nathan's been doing,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
how he got from point A to point B. So
Okay.
you're not missing much. It's not something
I
you
think
have
I
to read
expected
today.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. How did he get to what he did in the last issue?
Okay.
Basically.
Lex, is there anything else on your list?
I read. There were a few books, but I don't want to
Yeah.
go too. I don't think I'll
No, I
talk
mean,
about it. But
if you
I
wanna
did read.
Rattle them
I
off.
did read What If Secret. I did read What If Secret Wars. That's a
Oh,
Marvel
yeah,
book.
I read
I've
that
been
one, too.
harsh. I've been harsh on Marvel lately. I've been not reading as many Marvel books, so I've been trying to do better. And I don't know if it was the right choice to do What If Secret Wars, but I did read What If Secret Wars. It was fine.
Yeah, I'm so confused about the Ultimate Universe, but I can't get into it right now. So this is
Yeah,
what
same.
if the Ultimate Universe survived at the end of Secret Wars. So
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly.
Peter Parker's back as the Scarlet Spider, and he seems to be confused at how extreme all these other characters are in the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, you lived here. You were here before.
No, it's not Ultimate Universe. It's 616 Peter.
Oh, see, then I freaking flashed.
Yeah,
past
I got
it.
confused. It is a very confusing book, but it is
Interesting.
essentially
Yeah.
instead of like Miles going to the 616 universe at the end of Secret Wars, it's the
Yeah.
opposite. It's Peter from 616 getting stuck in the Ultimate Universe at the end of
Mhm.
Secret Wars.
I'll have to reread that. I might like it more.
Yeah, it is. It's
But,
616 Peter. I thought it was not 616. It was very confusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have time to go to the ramifications of
Yeah.
the Ultimate Universe and the
It's a lot.
cosmic importance of it all. Star Wars Rogue One saw Gerrera. It was really good. I love Andor, and Saw Gerrera is such a gray character, and he does something in this issue because he's on a mission. He does something that I'm like, holy shit, man, you are so far gone.
It's not
Ah.
gray anymore.
Like how do you sacrifice your friends on purpose? Like it was
Yeah.
all part of the plan.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll have
it's
to check
part
that
not
out.
even a last resort. It was,
Not even a last
Yep.
resort. It was his plan.
Damn, I'll have to check that out.
It's crazy. So I love it. Challenges of Doom, Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, pretty good.
Mm.
Not much to talk about other than it's kind of like a Doom origin story, but it's a mini series that's coming out, each with a different character that Doom is interacting with. Cruel Universe, issue number 12 from EC Comics. Anthology book. They're all just really depressing stories, but they're
No
cool.
thanks.
It's just it's classic like science fiction anthology, harkening back to like decades ago of like
Yeah.
this is our satire of modern like progress and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it always just ends up badly. What else do you guys got?
That might be everything that I've read.
Okay.
Everything that we talked about.
Manny, you too?
I'm done. Yeah.
City Beneath Her Feet. Didn't you read that one?
Oh,
Lex?
I did read that. I took that off my list because I read that a while ago. It was a really good series. Distillery books are a weird sell because they're magazine size. They're typically more expensive. The art's
what leads me
great.
away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art is so good, and every distillery book that I have, I think I have most of them that are out, at least in the collected editions. They're beautiful books. Stories are really good, but I think it's just a hard sell with it being like oversized. Every one of them being oversized.
That is my problem with it. Like the very first ones, like the series that came out,
Yeah.
as soon as I realized that they were all oversized, I was like, I want to
Yeah.
support you guys because you guys do amazing things, but my shelf
Yeah.
is organized in a certain way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need,
is tough
I
to
need
get
a certain
those.
size.
And also the square. It's a square.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
square.
They don't
know?
fit in the
I need
box.
to get a bag and board. I need to get a new one. Like no,
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
there is. Yeah.
the prestige. It's definitely like the
Yeah.
prestige of the comic industry, right? Like,
Yeah.
um,
The artsy fartsy, because it is, like I said, they're beautiful books,
Yeah.
and I did really enjoy the story. I think most people should pick it up. But if you're not someone that has room for magazine style books, definitely check out the collected edition or buy them digitally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the distillery books you can get on most digital platforms.
Let me know if there's anything left on your list that we didn't get to touch on. We can, just do that. Batman Green Arrow, The Question, Arcadia issue 4. I didn't get to read this one, but I'm not caught up. But the previous issues have been great. I just wish I got to it.
Yeah, it's a good series.
And then Fantastic Four issue 13, just a fun issue about Johnny Storm pretending to be Ghost Rider to scare his enemies that aren't afraid of the Fantastic Four. He pretends to be Ghost Rider to scare them straight.
It's great.
Invisible Woman makes his head invisible, essentially. And so he's Ghost Rider. He just pretends to be Ghost Rider.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. X-Men United issue number 5. It's been a tough series. It is what it is. I don't know. It's not hitting what I need it to hit, but it's X-Men. What am I going to do,
Yeah.
I think that's it for me. Was there anything else from you guys?
No, I think we covered everything that I read.
Okay. Manny, you good?
Good.
Awesome. I think that's everything that we all read this week. I want to thank you guys so much for coming on the show on a Thursday night to talk about all the comics that that we read that came out this week, whether it's Marvel, DC, Boom Studios, Distillery, whatnot. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Thank you to everybody out there who is watching and or listening. If you're watching us live, you're watching us on youtube.com/The Keeg Show. Shout out to Pesky Rick in the chat. Shout out to Patrick Martin 9163. Shout out to Ashwan231 Comics. Shout out to anyone who was watching us live on youtube.com/The Keeg Show. Also, shout out to anyone listening to the podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc., etc. Wherever you're watching us, listening to it, digesting us, like, comment, subscribe, follow, write a review. Let us know you're out there. It doesn't cost you anything to help us out in that way, but if you do want it to cost you something, you can go to our patreon.com/The Keeg Show, subscribe to our Patreon, give back in that way. That money essentially just kind of goes to advertising, but first, before it goes to advertising, it'll go to a t-shirt that will be sent to you. So if you subscribe, you get a free Keeg t-shirt with, I think, a 3-month subscription. So we've already gotten a couple of people that have gotten their shirts in the mail. So if you want to do that and you want to watch our drunk episode, that's only on Patreon. It's a Patreon exclusive episode. You got to subscribe to Patreon to see that episode. That'll help us out a lot. Before we get going, Manny, what do you got coming up? Where can we find you? Anything you want to plug?
All the socials on Manny Reads Comics, and I don't really have anything coming up at the moment, but stay tuned.
Awesome. I'm going to see you at San Diego Comic-Con.
SDCC is coming up, absolutely. Not next week, but it's like what, 2
in a couple weeks, 3
now?
weeks, 4 weeks.
3 weeks. So that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah,
that's definitely exciting.
3 weeks. God damn. Okay. A lot of prep, because for anyone who didn't hear, the Keeg has 2 panels at San Diego Comic-Con, Comics for Education and 90s Cartoon Draft. So if you're a fan of 90s cartoons, aka if you're a millennial, definitely, go to that. If you are going to San Diego Comic-Con, do 2 panels there, 1 educational and 1 fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. Lex, where can we find you? What do you got coming up? Anything you want to plug?
Socials at Wednesday Pull everywhere, pretty much. I am starting to do more longer form YouTube content. I'll have a show coming out every Friday called Get FOC'd, and it talks about the books the following Monday that are going to hit FOC. So it gives people the whole weekend to check out maybe what I say, and then if they're interested, call their shop and let them know they want to pre-order it.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that one. That sounds like a cool idea.
Thanks, man.
Both you guys are awesome. It's been so long since I've had you guys on, especially on together. So you guys are great. Keep up the good work. For anyone out there who wants to follow me personally, follow me on Instagram at thisisdimitri, because I'm always up to something. But if you want to follow the Keeg and everything that the Keeg does, including Comic Talk, which is just one of our many shows that we do, but it's our most consistent, most reliable show every Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, youtube.com/the Keeg Show. All of that is at The Keeg Show on TikTok and Instagram. Those are our two biggest social media platforms. But we're also on like Blue Sky Threads, all that, Facebook, whatever. At The Keeg Show / The Keeg Show, wherever you can find The Keeg, we are there. Like I said before, we're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, but until then, we're going to have a bunch of podcasts and different episodes, as normal. And then the week of San Diego Comic-Con, we're going to be there doing a lot of stuff. So very excited for that. Let us know if you guys are out there and you guys are going to go to San Diego Comic-Con. Let us know because, it's always cool. I got stickers galore. So if you're a fan of stickers, or if you want to be on camera, we're going to film a lot of content. That is pretty much it. Look up your local comic shop, find your local comic shop on Google or map.comicshopmap.com. So that's something, whatever, Yelp, whatever. Look up your local comic shop, know the comic shops around you, support your local comic shops, support your local public libraries. Like, comment, subscribe here, all that stuff. You guys know how it is. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Once again, I'm your host, Dimithri Perera, and this has been Comic Talk for the week of July 2nd, 2026. See you guys next week.
See you later.
Super fast, gotta beat the boss and get the loot, 'cause it's the king.